The home ice advantage did the Huskies well 2 weekends ago as they were able to pull out their broomsticks against Miami University. And after a bye last week, this weekend the Road Warriors are back at it again and will be en route to the University of Denver to take on the Pioneers. Welcome to the St. Cloud State Husky Hockey Weekend Preview. I'm your host, Megan Hedstrom. Alongside me is none other than Mick Hatton from the St. Cloud Times. Now, this is the first time that the Huskies have had an off week in a while. How important is that recovery during this point in the season, and what have they been working on during this time?
Well, I think one of the big things when you get to this point in the season is maybe it's more of a mental break than anything. In the case of St. Cloud State, they haven't really been battling a lot of injuries. I mean, there's always guys that are going to be a little bit nicked up at this point of the season, but it's more kind of a mental break. They'd had quite a grind and a lot of time on the road, so I think it was good for them probably to be home a little bit and to get away from the game a little bit. They were back at it again yesterday. They were working on a little bit of conditioning things to kind of get the legs moving again. And working on special teams, which are so crucial here down the stretch.
Looking ahead to this weekend, the Huskies are taking on number 1 ranked Denver. They've already taken them on once this season, and they split with them. What did they do so well that they can continue to work on when they take them on this weekend?
You know, the first time that they played, St. Cloud State was able to get the win on Friday night. You know, one of the things that they've talked about is that, they were able to get a lot of pressure down low and really kind of, force the defensemen to make a lot of decisions with the puck and to be on top of them. And St. Cloud State outshot Denver. I think they had 44 shots that game, and that's huge. I mean, if you're able to outshoot your opponent by a pretty wide margin. But at the same time, I mean, St. Cloud State had to win in overtime in that game, so that shows, I guess, how tough this Denver team is. And Denver came back. St. Cloud State was not bad the second night, and Denver was 3-1 better than St. Cloud State because St. Cloud State was just a little bit off. So there's very little margin for error.
Let's talk a little bit about the goaltending. The last time they saw these guys, Jeff Smith put up 24 saves and Tanner Gillette put up 28 saves. Let's compare these two.
Well, Tanner Gillette's one of the best goalies in the country. You look at him right now; he's first in the country in wins, third in goals against average, 7th in save percentage. This is one of the top goalies in the country. This is one of the big reasons why Denver is where they are right now. They play very good defensively, led by Will Butcher. Gillette is a guy that is very solid back there. He's not going to give up a lot of rebounds when he's on top of his game. He had a little bit of an off game the Friday night against St. Cloud State. I'm not anticipating that we're going to see that here. With Jeff Smith, I actually talked with Jeff this week. Jeff Smith, had to do a couple of different things. One, he was a little bit injured when he came to St. Cloud State. He was battling a hamstring injury. It took him a little while to, I think, get into the proper game shape. But he's gotten better and better as the season has gone on. He's tracking the puck very well, and they're playing well in front of him.
With 2 weekends remaining, let's talk about where everyone stands in the NCHC standings.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge weekend, for St. Cloud State and for Denver. Denver's up by 2 points over Minnesota Duluth with 2 weekends left. So Denver's playing for an awful lot. They're also probably playing for the number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. So I mean, they've got a lot going on. St. Cloud State is currently 4th in the NCHC playoffs. Top 4 teams are going to have home ice for the first round of the NCHC playoffs. They're 2 points ahead of Nebraska, Omaha, and North Dakota. So St. Cloud State has to try and find a way to pick up some points. Denver's only lost once at home this season, so this is a big test for St. Cloud.
Puck drop for Friday night's game is set for 9 p.m. and puck drop for Saturday night's game is set for 8 p.m. Fans, you can catch Friday night's game on CBS Sports Network, and if you don't get a chance to catch the games, you can listen to both of those games on 96.7 The Rev. That's all for this week's Husky Hockey Weekend Preview. Thanks for joining me, Mick.
Thank you.